Greetings YouTube, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a video I'm actually really excited to make. It was a recent request by a subscriber about really my wish list. We're still technically in the new year. I know we're like 25 days in to 2022. Crazy to think we're less than a week away from February. Just shaking my head at that. But yeah, the request was for me to talk about my vision for improvements in the black ISO market. And I do think that there should be several improvements in the black ISO market. And really, what's interesting to me is that we have a conundrum. This is the biggest change in the past year to the black ISO store. And you can see I have 146 of these black ISO store market tokens. A lot of you, I'm sure, have the same amount. Once I purchase this 6-star Scarlet Witch, which could happen, as early as, is it next week? Week after? I don't know. In the next month, that actually is going to trigger some people, because they've told me behind the scenes, to stop paying for this. The only reason why they kept paying for it was to get not only one Scarlet Witch as a 6-star, but 2 so that you could awaken her. Because that awakening gem is still the 3rd most rare item in the game, and you're essentially getting one for the price of the black ISO store. The biggest tone-deaf difference between what Kabam thinks players want and need versus what players actually need involves this. So many of you, like myself, watching this who are throne breakers and played the game for years, have plenty of maxed out 5 stars. This means that if you open a 5-star basic crystal and you get a max sig, 99 out of 100 times it's going to be more 6-star shards. So that's 275 times 2, or 550. So you're only getting 200 more 6-star shards for trading in 10,000 5-star shards than if you would have just opened it on your own. And of course, most people don't have all the 5 stars. So is it worth it to sacrifice 206-star shards to maybe get a new 5-star champion, or maybe to get a 5-star champion that's newish awakened? I think it's worth it to not sacrifice, 200 less 6-star shards, or maybe to sacrifice 200 6-star shards to open that crystal. Either way, this is such a disrespectful ratio to the community, because you can see this, we'll purchase it now, is a 2-to-1 ratio. 1,000 4-star shards for 2,000 3-star shards. How about this 2-to-1 ratio? 2,000 4-star shards to 1,000 5-star shards. This is the best deal, I think, in the black ISO store every week, besides, I guess, the team health potions. But the problem is, 2,000 5-star shards now, it's just not that big of a deal. It just isn't. If Kabam wants to improve this, they really should make this a 2-to-1 ratio once again. They should give us, at minimum, a 4-to-1 ratio, meaning 2,500 6-star shards for 10,000 5-star shards. So that if you turn in 20,000 5-star shards, you can get yourself 5,000 6-star shards. I don't think that would be breaking the economy of the game, and it would be much better for so many players. Besides this, one of the things that they could really do to improve the economy of the game is to maybe have a limit of 1 or 2. I'm not saying it has to be big, but give us a chance. If you're going to trade in this many tier 4 class catalyst fragment crystals, which is still technically a ripoff versus how many fragments you get from 50, this needs to be a tier 4 class catalyst selector. No crystal, a selector. That makes up for the sacrifice in fragments, because you're getting to choose your class. And if you do 1 maximum of 2 per week, it's not like you're going to break the economy of the game when it comes to tier 4 class catalyst. But it would be a huge plus to the Tier 4 class catalyst issue that plagues so many summoners who can open 20 to get one class, and they get, I don't know, one of the class that they need and so much of the class they don't need. I still wish that this was the same price as the 5-star. Wish it was 11,000, but 13,000 at least is a minor discount. I think at this point, Tier 5 basic catalyst fragments, I mean, premium exchanges, I'll do it, but it's not going to sell me. Tier 1 alpha, I'll do it, but it's not going to sell me. There needs to be Tier 2 alpha and Tier 5 basic added in this. And I'm not just talking about for trading some Tier 1 alphas. I'm talking about some actual value in, at minimum, half of a Tier 2 alpha and at least a third of a Tier 5 basic. Yes, the same price that they were charging Thronebreakers $15 for. This thing should be in the revamped Black ISO store. But if you really want to get people to keep their Black ISO store storage, what you really need to do is give us some inventory caps that actually make sense. Tier 5 basic, I guess you could argue, makes the most sense out of anything right now. But I still think you should be able to hold 30 Tier 4 basic and 15 Tier 5 basic. And so it's a 2-to-1 ratio, okay? So follow me here. 2-to-1 ratio for inventory. If you do a 2-to-1 ratio, a couple of really important things are going to happen. You will finally have logic when it comes to, well, for starters, this. The fact that we can hoard more Tier 2 alpha than Tier 1 alpha makes 0 sense. It is so dumb. They should make us be able to hoard a minimum of 30 Tier 1 alpha. They should double it. The Tier 2 alpha at 20 is solid until you remember that if you take a 5-star from rank 1 to rank 5, you're spending, I'm assuming you don't have any rank up materials, 10 Tier 2 alpha for those rank ups. 10. You're cutting your max inventory in half. So, double the Tier 1 alpha inventory. I still think Tier 4 class catalyst inventory should be moved to at least 25 versus 20. And then, yes, some of you have actually told me that the Tier 6 and the Tier 3 alpha for you, this is big first world problems, are too low. But those are just some common sense changes. I'm at least thankful that Kabam hasn't risen the price of it. But I'm telling you, if they plan to do that anytime soon, once people get their Awakened 6-star Scarlet Witch, they are out. So Kabam needs to start thinking of taking this to 2022 and giving us some real value. What changes would you like to see? Is there anything that would keep you paying the $10 or maybe get you to pay it for the first time that's realistic but also a good idea? Please let me know in the comments. This is just a little bit of thoughts for me. Let's keep this video under 10 minutes by ending it here. Thanks for watching, and thank you for the video request for those of you who made it.